Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan, and today we're discussing the NFL games for Sunday. And this week, I'm pretty sure it's week 10 right now, or over halfway into the NFL year, which is kind of surprising. I feel like I kind of remember it just starting, but it's already long gone. So let's discuss this week's stuff. We already had the Panthers and Bears play. That game was tough to watch, but I got it right. I predicted the Bears, and I was right. So we got the Colts versus Patriots in Germany. I'm sorry, Germans. This is the game you have to watch. I had to swing one way. I would go with the Colts. This Patriots team just sucks. They have no one that's like, yay, they're really good. And the Colts kind of have though Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman. They have solid stuff, and they have the better quarterback. So I got the Colts winning this one. And then we have the Browns versus Ravens, starting the 1 o'clock stuff. This is gonna be a game that the Browns kind of not need to win, but they very much want to win for future implications if you want to win the division. It's the Ravens who beat them by a good amount last time because Deshaun Watson pulled out the game and DTR had to play, and then DTR had a very bad game because, well, he's playing the Ravens for the first game of his NFL career. So that's not easy. Very much not easy. I got the Ravens winning this one, though. I just like the ability of Lamar Jackson. And the Browns, they have a good defense, but their offense has to cooperate the same way, which I don't think they're going to be able to do. Then we got the Packers versus Steelers. That's going to be an interesting matchup. It's the Packers that just won a game last week, but because they had to play backup quarterback, and the Steelers have been on a roll, but a lot of Steelers fans are confused on how they're even above 500, let alone in the wild card. It's just because if it's close game late, Kenny Pickett will make the right plays, and your defense will get key stops when they need to. But if it's going to be a high scoring game, you have no chance. You have no chance. But I doubt it's going to be a high scoring game with the Packers. I got the Steelers winning this one. And then you could argue this is probably the game of the week. 49ers at Jaguars. It will be fun to watch these two teams go at it. Both teams have good offenses. 49ers have been on a little bit of a slump. Actually, a pretty big slump. I think they've lost like 3 in a row. And the Jaguars are heating up. They have done very good, and they're the top of the AFC South right now. NFC West, the 49ers might be on top still. It's them and the Seahawks, the top spots. This game could be close, but I got the Jaguars winning, actually. I think the Jaguars will do very good. I like how they're playing right now. I like how they're getting everyone involved, and their defense has been solid enough to get their offense a win. So, I got the Jaguars winning this one. Down goes 49ers again. You have the Saints versus Vikings. This game might be a tough watch, but if it's Joshua Dobbs, I'll watch it because Joshua Dobbs is amazing to watch. I think that probably the Saints will win because I think they not necessarily need it more. I think it's more likely for them they're going to win because I like the weapons on the Saints a bit more. I love Joshua Dobbs, but I think the pass rush that the Saints can come up with will be enough. So I got the Saints to win this one. I think the Vikings won like 4 in a row, though, so they're doing very good for themselves. Then you have the Texans versus Bengals. I hope the Texans do good because I have C.J. Stroud as quarterback this week on my fantasy football team, whereas my other guys are out for bye weeks. Texans versus Bengals. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. I think the Bengals are going to win. They've been on a roll recently, and they're at home. No reason to really pick against them. I know the Texans are doing very good, but they barely beat the Bucs, and that's just because their offense was phenomenal last week. Their defense has to get better. I mean, consistently better. You can't stop the Bucs. I don't think I'm going to stop the Bengals, so I got the Bengals winning this one. We have the Titans versus Bucs. I remember like 9 years ago, this was a big Week 1 matchup because it was Jameis Winston versus Marcus Mariota in the first week. And nowadays, it's Baker Mayfield versus Will Levis. So, times have changed. I got the Titans winning this one. I think Will Levis have a solid game. Derrick Henry's going to have a pretty good one. And the Bucs are kind of just falling off. After the game against the Lions, they just haven't won anything. So I got the Titans winning this one. Then we start the 4 o'clock slate of games. You have the Lions versus Chargers. This game could be very close. Chargers games tend to be close. And then when they're close, they tend to lose them. This hints that I'm going to pick at the Lions. I'm going to pick the Lions to win this one, which I'm going to. I think the Lions are just a better team overall. I think they're better in situational play. I like how Jared Goff is doing. I mean, he's had a little bit of a rough stretch, but I like how the team's playing overall. They can help him out with, if Herbert's not having a good day, it's tough for the Chargers to win. If Goff's not having a good day, they can do other things, like run the ball well, short passes, get stops, stuff like that, which I don't think the Chargers can do to that level of the Lions. So I got the Lions winning this one. Then we have the Battle of the Birds, Falcons versus Cardinals. Kyler Murray, I think, is back this week. I think that'll make a big difference, but first week back, it's going to be tough to win. And the Falcons are a solid team. They're solid. They need this win to stay 500 of the chance to win the NFC South. I've got the Falcons winning this one. I think they really need this game. And I think they're just a better team in general. Then we have the Giants versus Cowboys. This is the game of the week, technically, but I just don't think it is. The Cowboys are going to roll. They're going to roll the Giants. The Giants just don't have anyone that can really offset what the Cowboys can do. Especially with Tommy DeVito at quarterback. They just got no one that can offset them. The Cowboys have beat them like 8 straight times. Make it 9 or 10, whatever it is. Then we got the Commanders versus Seahawks. This game could be actually a little bit fun. Seahawks, I feel like a lot of Seahawks games are fun to watch because they tend to be kind of close, and they're teams that, they don't play terrible teams. They play mid-level teams, but not like, they don't play, let's say like, low level teams. Like, you know, like the Cardinals. I know they're in the division, but they tend to have like some close games against them. They have close games against other bad teams, like if the Panthers, stuff like that. So they're always kind of fun to watch. But I still got the Seahawks winning this game. Commanders, they need something else. They just need a bit more. They need to go back to the Redskins. That's what they really need to do. They need to go back to that. That'll help a lot. Then we have the Sunday Night Football game. Let's see if any team gets over 20 points in this one. We have Jets versus Raiders. Both teams suck at scoring, but with the new head coach for the Raiders, they've actually been able to put up 30. Finally, took them the whole season to get there, but they finally did. And the Jets, I'm not sure if they're ever going to reach 30 without Aaron Rodgers. But they're like 500 right now as a record. Raiders are about 500. Raiders at home, I'm going to give Raiders the edge in that one. Because you got more playmakers, and I think they're willing to use them more, are capable to use them more than the Jets. And then the last game of the week, we have Monday night, Broncos versus Bills. Bills are just the better team. The battle of the bees. The Broncos come off a win against the Chiefs, but I think that was their last win. I think they had the bye week after the Chiefs. It's going to be a tough game for the Broncos to keep close. I don't think they go into. I got the Bills winning this one. Probably in the blowout, knowing how the Bills are on Monday Night Football. They usually just blow out the teams they play on Monday night. So, yeah. So that's my predictions for this week. Hopefully I can get this video up before all the games start. I doubt I'll be able to because I'm recording this Sunday morning before the Patriots and Colts game. So, yeah. But hope you all have a great day. Stay safe, y'all, and God bless y'all.